The enduring legacy of the Vikings. Fierce warriors and explorers from Scandinavia, the Vikings left an indelible mark on the world. Their era, spanning the 8th to 11th centuries, saw their expansion across Europe and beyond. From North America to Russia, the Vikings shaped history. Norse culture continues to influence us today. Beyond raiding, they were skilled seafarers, traders and artisans. Their longships facilitated trade and exploration. Their impact is seen in our languages, laws and cultural traditions. Join us to uncover the multifaceted legacy of the Vikings. Subscribe for more captivating historical explorations. Delving deeper into the Viking Age. To understand the Vikings' impact, we must first understand their world. Originating from present-day Denmark, Norway and Sweden, the Vikings were driven by a combination of factors. Their mastery of shipbuilding provided the means for exploration and expansion. They established settlements across Europe, from Britain and Ireland to Iceland and Greenland. These settlements fostered cultural exchange, integrating Viking traditions with local customs. A linguistic legacy: Norse words in English. The Vikings' impact on the English language is profound and enduring. Their settlements led to a lasting form of influenced linguistic exchange. Old Norse intertwined with Old English, leaving a mark on our vocabulary. Many everyday English words have roots in Old Norse. Words like berserk, skull, knife, and husband derive from the language of the Vikings. These words reflect Viking life, their warrior culture, tools, and social structures. The adoption of these words highlights the close interaction between Vikings and Anglo-Saxons. The influence of Old Norse extends beyond individual words. Common English names such as Thorpe, Kirkby, and Whitby betray their Viking origins. These place names, often ending in by, are scattered across England, particularly in the Danelaw. These linguistic remnants remind us of the Vikings' historical presence. The Viking impact on English is a testament to cultural exchange. Language adapts and evolves through contact with other languages. The Norse influence enriched English, shaping its development into the language we know today. This linguistic fusion reflects the merging of cultures and the enduring legacy of the Viking Age. Beyond vocabulary, Viking influences on grammar and place names. The Vikings' influence reached beyond words, shaping English grammar. The Old Norse pronoun, they replaced the Old English pronoun high. Place names provide further evidence of the Vikings' presence. Names ending in fjord, kirk and thorpe reveal a Viking past. Their voyages left linguistic traces in French, Russian and Irish. The study of language reveals the Vikings' lasting legacy. The Vikings, often perceived through their raiding prowess, had a sophisticated system of governance. Central to their society was the Thing, an assembly for discussing law, resolving disputes and making decisions. This assembly, a precursor to modern democracy, emphasized collective decision-making. Held outdoors, the Thing brought together men from surrounding areas. It was a platform for open dialogue and debate, shaping their community. Presided over by a law speaker, it underscored the importance of oral tradition and legal precedent. The Thing served as a court of law, settling disputes through legal precedent, oaths and testimony. It was also a venue for enacting laws, electing leaders and forging alliances. The Thing represented a form of direct democracy, where individuals shaped the rules governing their lives. The Vikings, despite their fierce reputation, adhered to a strict legal code emphasizing honor, restitution, and social order. Their legal system relied on oral tradition, customary practices, and communal responsibility. One distinctive feature was wergild, or man price, a compensation system for injury or death. Wergild aimed to prevent cycles of violence by providing legal redress. Hospitality and the sanctity of oaths were highly valued. Oaths served as binding agreements ensuring trust and cooperation. Viking law, though harsh, aimed to mitigate violence and uphold justice. The legacy of the Viking Thing extends far beyond the Viking Age, influencing parliamentary systems and democratic practices. The Althing, established in 930 AD, is the world's oldest surviving parliament. This ancient institution is a direct descendant of the Viking Thing. The Althing brought together representatives to discuss laws, resolve disputes and govern. Its annual gathering at Thingvellir symbolizes Iceland's Viking heritage and democratic ideals. The Thing's influence extended to other parts of the Viking world. In the British Isles, Anglo-Saxon moots bore similarities to the Viking Thing. The Thing emphasized participation, dialogue, and the rule of law. Its legacy reminds us of the deep roots of justice and governance in human history. Masters of the waves, Viking shipbuilding and seafaring prowess. The Vikings' remarkable voyages were made possible by their unparalleled mastery of shipbuilding and navigation. Their iconic longships allowed them to navigate treacherous seas and traverse vast distances. These vessels were key to their success as explorers, traders, and warriors. Viking longships were characterized by their sleek, shallow draft design, their flexible hulls constructed from overlapping planks of timber, and their versatile square sails that could harness the power of the wind. These ships were designed for speed and maneuverability, enabling Vikings to navigate rivers and sail close to shore. Charting the unknown. Viking exploration from Iceland to North America. Driven by adventure, the Vikings embarked on daring voyages, expanding their geographical horizons. Their exceptional seafaring skills took them across the North Atlantic, reaching uncharted territories. From Iceland to North America, the Vikings left their mark as intrepid explorers. Iceland became a key Viking settlement in the late 9th century. Attracted by fertile land, Viking settlers established farms and communities. Greenland, settled in the late 10th century, presented a harsher environment. Led by Eric the Red, they established farms and communities along the southwestern coast. The Vikings' arrival in North America centuries before Columbus is a remarkable feat. Led by Leif Erikson, they established a settlement at Laons aux Meadows around 1000 AD. The legacy of Viking exploration, shaping the world through discovery. The Vikings' legacy as explorers extends far beyond the lands they discovered and settled. Their voyages, driven by curiosity and ambition, influenced global trade, cultural exchange, and our understanding of the world. Viking exploration led to the establishment of new trade routes, connecting Scandinavia with the wider world. From their settlements in Iceland and Greenland, Vikings ventured further west, reaching the coast of North America. These voyages facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies, enriching Viking society. The Vikings' voyages also expanded the geographical knowledge of their time. Their sagas and oral traditions carried tales of distant lands, sparking the imagination of those who heard them. The Vikings, often remembered for their raiding and warfare, deserve recognition for their remarkable achievements as explorers. Their story serves as a reminder of the power of human curiosity and the enduring impact of those who dare to venture beyond the familiar. The Viking trade network, connecting east and west. The Vikings, often seen as fierce raiders, were also astute traders with a vast network. Their seafaring skills connected Scandinavia to distant lands. Longships designed for speed were crucial in their trading. These vessels navigated rivers, seas, and overland routes. They used rivers like the Volga and Rhine, sailing the Baltic and reaching the Mediterranean. Trade brought wealth, new technologies, and cultural exchange. Foreign goods enriched Viking culture and urban centers. Their trade network shows their skills as navigators and merchants. Treasures from afar, goods traded by the Vikings. The Vikings' trade network exchanged diverse goods from their wide voyages. From the north, they brought furs, walrus ivory, and amber to southern markets. From the east, they acquired silks, spices, and silver. They also traded slaves, timber, iron, wool, and foodstuffs. The Vikings were purveyors of luxury and essential commodities. Viking trade hubs, centers of commerce and cultural exchange. The Vikings' extensive trade network created bustling centers of commerce and cultural exchange. Hedeby, in present-day Denmark, was a key Viking trade hub. Birka, in present-day Sweden, was another prominent trade center. Viking trade hubs connected Scandinavia to the wider world. They facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. From raiders to settlers, the establishment of Viking communities. While the Vikings are often remembered for their daring raids, their legacy extends far beyond plunder and warfare. Many Vikings sought to establish permanent settlements beyond their Scandinavian homelands. These settlements, scattered across Europe and the North Atlantic, marked a significant shift in Viking history. The Vikings' expertise in seafaring and shipbuilding allowed them to establish settlements in diverse environments. Their longships enabled them to transport people, livestock and provisions to distant shores. These early settlements gradually grew in size and complexity, evolving into thriving towns and cities. The establishment of Viking settlements was often accompanied by violence and displacement. However, over time, a process of assimilation and integration took place as Vikings intermarried with local populations. The Vikings' transition from raiders to settlers marked a turning point in their history, reflecting a shift from short-term plunder to long-term investment. Urban growth and transformation, the Viking imprint on medieval cities. The Vikings' arrival in Europe coincided with urban decline after the Roman Empire. Their settlements revived trade and towns. Dublin, founded by Vikings, exemplifies their urban impact. York, another Viking settlement, became a trade centre. Vikings revitalized existing towns, transforming medieval Europe. Cultural crossroads, Viking settlements, and the fusion of traditions. Viking settlements served as vibrant cultural crossroads where Norse traditions interacted with local customs. In Ireland, Viking settlers gradually converted to Christianity, blending Norse and Irish artistic traditions. Viking words and place names became absorbed into the Irish language, enriching its vocabulary. In England, the Vikings' presence had a profound impact on the development of the English language. Viking architectural styles left their mark on English building traditions. Viking legal customs influenced the development of English common law. The Vikings also adopted elements of the cultures they encountered, incorporating local artistic motifs into their own designs. This process of cultural exchange enriched both Viking society and the societies they interacted with. Viking settlements created a more interconnected and culturally diverse medieval world. Viking mythology, a rich tapestry of gods, monsters, and epic tales, has captivated imaginations for centuries. Its influence extends far beyond the Viking Age. Passed down through generations, these myths offer a glimpse into the Vikings' worldview and beliefs. From the mighty Thor to the cunning Loki, Norse mythology continues to resonate with modern audiences. Odin, the All-Father, embodies the Vikings' thirst for knowledge and prowess in battle. Thor, god of thunder, represents strength and courage. Freyja, goddess of love and fertility, embodies the Vikings' appreciation for beauty and the cycle of life. Norse mythology is populated by mythical creatures, each representing different aspects of the natural world. The enduring appeal of Norse mythology lies in its timeless themes and relatable characters. These myths continue to resonate with modern audiences, offering insights into human nature and the search for meaning. Viking beliefs about the afterlife, shaped by their mythology and warrior culture, offered both hope and trepidation. Valhalla, ruled by Odin, was for warriors who died bravely in battle. It offered feasting, fighting, and camaraderie. Folkvanga, ruled by Freyja, was a peaceful field of flowers. It represented love, beauty, and fertility. Ragnarok, the end of days battle, loomed large in Viking beliefs. It highlighted the transient nature of existence and the importance of living life to the fullest. The Vikings' artistic legacy, imbued with their mythology and adventurous spirit, continues to inspire artists, writers, and filmmakers today. From the intricate carvings on Viking ships and rune stones to the epic sagas that recount their exploits, Viking art and literature offer a unique blend of realism and symbolism. Their influence can be seen in modern literature, music, film and video games. Viking art, characterized by intricate patterns and zoomorphic designs, reflects their deep connection to the natural world. Their belief in the interconnectedness of all living things is evident. The Vikings' mastery of woodworking and metalworking is evident in their intricate carvings, jewelry and tapestries. Their artistic skill and appreciation for beauty are clear. Viking sagas offer a vivid glimpse into their society and values. These tales recount the exploits of Viking heroes, their voyages and battles. They blend historical events with mythological elements. Themes of love, loss and fate resonate deeply. Sagas like the Volsunga Saga and the Saga of Eric the Red have inspired countless works of literature, film and television. Their themes of adventure and heroism resonate across cultures. The Vikings' cultural influence extends far beyond high art and literature. Their imagery and mythology have been embraced by popular culture, appearing in films, television shows, video games and music. From the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Thor and Loki to the History Channel series Vikings, the Vikings continue to captivate audiences. Their stories offer a blend of action, adventure and timeless themes that transcend cultural boundaries. The Viking Age remains deeply intertwined with modern Scandinavian culture. Once feared raiders, Vikings are now celebrated as ancestors, their legacy woven into the identities of Denmark, Norway and Sweden. From city names to flag symbols, the Vikings' presence is felt in many aspects of life. Modern Scandinavians view their Viking heritage with pride, recognizing their seafaring prowess and spirit of adventure. The Viking Age is seen as a formative period, shaping the destinies of their descendants. This historical consciousness manifests in preserving archaeological sites and including Viking sagas in school curricula. Viking symbols and motifs are reflected in modern design, fashion and branding. Dragon heads now grace jewelry, clothing and logos, symbolizing strength and courage. Runic inscriptions adorn souvenirs and tattoos, reminding us of the Vikings' unique alphabet. The Viking legacy is a living connection to the past, inspiring the present and future. By embracing their Viking heritage, modern Scandinavians honor their ancestors and celebrate their shared history. The Vikings' legacy in Scandinavia thrives in vibrant festivals and lively reenactments. Across Denmark, Norway and Sweden, communities celebrate Viking culture with immersive experiences. These events highlight Viking craftsmanship, seafaring traditions and rich cultural heritage. Festivals feature colourful processions, bustling marketplaces and traditional crafts. Visitors witness blacksmiths forging weapons and artisans weaving intricate designs. They can sample traditional Viking fare like smoked fish, roasted meats and mead. Reenactment groups recreate Viking battles, showcasing combat skills and daily life. These events offer an immersive way to experience Viking history through sights, sounds and smells. Museums like the Viking Ship Museum in Oslo house impressive artifacts and reconstructed ships. Archaeological excavations continue to reveal new insights into Viking settlements and cultural interactions. The Vikings, once feared as raiders, emerge from the mists of time as complex figures who left an indelible mark on history. Their legacy extends to modern society, influencing languages, legal systems, inspiring art and literature, and reminding us of human curiosity and cultural interconnectedness. Their voyages expanded geographical horizons, connecting Scandinavia to the wider world through trade and exploration. From bustling marketplaces to the fusion of traditions, the Vikings left an enduring legacy on the urban landscape and cultural tapestry of Europe. Their mythology continues to inspire artists, writers and filmmakers. In modern Scandinavia, the Viking Age is a living presence, woven into national identities and cultural expressions. Through festivals and the preservation of archaeological sites, modern Scandinavians honor their Viking heritage, celebrating their ancestors' seafaring prowess and contributions to the world today. The Viking story reminds us that history is a dynamic tapestry of human experience. By delving into their world, we gain a deeper understanding of our own place in history.